Every man has seen this happen. You take her somewhere nice, you surprise her with a gift, you do everything right. For a moment she smiles, but then the spark fades, and you wonder why. Here's the harsh truth. It's never the gift, the dinner, or the effort she truly loves. It's the feeling those moments create inside her. If she feels excitement, safety, or desire, she stays. If she doesn't, it all disappears, no matter how much you gave. Most men miss this because they focus on the action instead of the emotion. But once you understand that love lives in feeling, not logic, you'll stop wasting energy and start creating the moments she can't forget. By the end of this video, you'll see exactly why she only loves how you make her feel, and how to use that truth to transform attraction forever. Here's what men keep getting wrong. She doesn't replay the price of the gift in her mind. She doesn't sit at night thinking about the restaurant you picked. What sticks, the only thing that sticks, is how she felt in that moment. That's why she remembers laughing until her cheeks hurt on a random walk, but forgets the expensive dinner 2 weeks later. That's why she tells her friends about the way you made her feel safe when life was falling apart, not about the shoes you bought her. Two men can do the same thing. One takes her to the perfect spot, but she feels nothing. The other takes her somewhere simple, but his calm confidence makes her feel secure, alive, and drawn in. And suddenly, that night becomes unforgettable. And here's the harsh truth. Once the feeling is gone, repeating the same actions won't bring it back. Attraction is emotional fuel. Without it, everything else runs dry. But before I break this down even clearer, I'd be glad if you subscribe. It helps me keep bringing you the truths most men never hear. The Stoics understood something men today keep forgetting. People never control events, only their response to them. And women feel this more deeply than they admit. When you panic, over-explain, or try to prove yourself, she feels your insecurity. The action might look right, but the energy behind it makes her feel wrong. On the other hand, when you stay calm, grounded, and steady, even in a moment of tension, she feels safe. That safety is the seed of desire. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. That's not philosophy for dusty bookshelves. It's the reality of attraction. A man who controls his mind changes the way she feels without saying a word. And this is the harsh truth most men never accept. She loves how you make her feel, not what you give. The dinner, the gift, the gesture, they matter only if they carry the weight of your presence. Without that, they're empty. With it, they're unforgettable. Think about this. You plan a whole night out, nice spot, good food, everything perfect. And yet, when you sit across from her, she seems distracted. She's checking her phone. She's polite, but distant. Why? Because the environment didn't change how she felt around you. Now picture the opposite. You're not even somewhere fancy, maybe just grabbing coffee, but you're present. You're relaxed. You make her laugh at the right moment. You listen without rushing. You hold steady eye contact. Suddenly she's glowing, leaning in, hanging on to every word. Same woman, 2 different nights. The difference wasn't the place, the money, or the effort. The difference was the emotion you created in her presence. That's what she remembers. That's what makes her want to come back. Here's the truth. Women don't love the action. They love the feeling. And once you see that, every move you make changes forever. Here's what modern men overlook. Women don't remember the checklist of what you did. They remember the atmosphere you create. That atmosphere is built on your emotional state. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is as true in relationships as it is in life. She doesn't judge the gift itself. but the feeling your presence gave her when you offered it. She doesn't cling to the dinner, but to the calm confidence you carried while sitting across from her. Think about it. A man who loses himself to stress makes her feel unsafe, no matter how much he spends. But a man who keeps his center, even in chaos, creates a sense of security that no money can buy. That's what she falls for. The harsh truth is this: your value isn't measured in what you hand her, but in how she feels standing next to you. Look at how relationships work today. Social media floods her with attention, likes, comments, constant messages. Yet ask her what actually matters, and she won't talk about the numbers. She'll talk about how one specific man makes her feel different from all the rest. That's why women scroll past dozens of hey messages without a second thought. But remember the one man who spoke with calm confidence, who made her laugh in the middle of a bad day, who listened without rushing to reply. It wasn't the words, it was the emotion behind them. Seneca once wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Most men crave validation by giving more, texting more, chasing harder. But that craving feels desperate, and desperation never creates attraction. The men who stand out today aren't the ones who give the most. They're the ones who create the deepest feelings in the smallest moments. So how do you actually stand out without chasing? Here's the real solution. If you reply to her story with, "Hi, how are you?" or "You look beautiful," you've already lost. Why? Because that's what every other man is doing. You blend into the noise, and the moment you look like everyone else, the feeling you create is boredom. Now flip it. Instead of chasing her attention, show that you notice something deeper. If she posts a picture at a cafe, don't say, "Wow, pretty." Say something that sparks a real response. "That place makes the best espresso in town. Did you try it?" If she shares a song, don't just drop an emoji. Ask, "Interesting choice. What made you pick this track today?" The point isn't to impress. It's to create a feeling of curiosity and connection. Women don't remember generic praise. They remember how you made them feel seen in a way others couldn't. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." In other words, don't fear being different. Stand apart, even if others don't get it, because she will. So here's the harsh truth, one last time. She doesn't love the gifts, the dinners, or the endless effort. She loves how you make her feel in your presence. If you can create excitement, safety, and curiosity, she stays. If you can't, nothing else will hold her. Now let me ask you this. Think about your past experiences. Do you believe women remember what you did for them, or how they felt when they were with you? Share your answer in the comments. I want to see how many men have noticed this for themselves. If this video gave you clarity, hit like and subscribe. It helps me keep bringing you the truths most men never hear. And don't stop here. In the next video, I'll reveal another hidden truth about attraction, one that flips everything men have been taught upside down.